crafty friends, it's Sharon Leska here from My Crafty Greetings, and we're doing a Scrappy Tales video. I know this is getting to be a little bit of an older release, but this is the bookmark base die set, and I'm going to use it today. These are the stitched daisies that came out with the Blooms Trio. I absolutely love them, and I keep using these like crazy. I love how they look so much. But anyways, you can do a bookmark with this, but I was also noticing, and some of the other sets that Sabrina has will work with these too. So never mind the bookmark woodland animals and the bookmark barn animals. Oh my goodness, I love these. They are adorable. And I made paper clips out of them, which is going to be on another video. I know I kind of toss things on so that you can see when I'm working on getting ahead of things, but yeah. And then that is the rope that's from the Seaside release, which was last August, a year ago. Oh my goodness, a year ago. So, and this is also the roadside, I can't remember what it's called. I'll put it down there, but it's the roadside badges or stickers or something like that. And those will actually fit on these as well. And that'll be on the next video too, where I've got examples. So, but this is so versatile, this die. And this is what I love about Scrappy Tales specifically, but also what you guys need to see when you're looking at your own dies is don't forget to take your little pieces and play with them and imagine things. And when I saw these pieces, I thought those two hook together so beautifully. There's got to be a way that I can make that a card closure. And I just loved it. So I have a trifold here. This is a 5x7, or is it a centerfold? I'm not sure what it's called. I do not know the words when it comes to card terminology. We'll leave that to Justine Hovey. Anyways, it folds and meets up in the middle. How's that? So I have a smaller panel here that is slightly smaller than the 5x7 panel. I think it's a 1/4 inch smaller all the way around. And what I did was put temporary tape, the wall safe tape from Scotch, on the center there, and got all of my ATG on it so that all I have to do to make it match perfectly is this little hinged drop in place. Because of course, this is not the thing that you want to not meet up when you're putting it together. So this is what you need to do, is you need to make sure that those two flaps meet perfectly in the middle. And then we can take these two gorgeous little pieces here that are usually folded up to make the bookmarks, and we are going to make this amazing closure. So this is one of the pieces that comes in that bookmark bases die set. I loved it because it's just a square with these cute little leaves, and I'm going to put my Tombow Mono Multi on and set it all aside and let it dry. Now this is some of my homemade foam, and I make this with just the stuff that they throw away. It's packing foam. They throw it in the garbage at the electronics store, at Michael's, at Home Goods or Home Sense if you're in Canada, any place that does like jewelry, anything like that. They throw this stuff away. It comes packed in everything. We need to stop throwing it in the garbage and use it as free packing tape, or not free packing tape, free foam tape. So you need to put a little bit of this on the back so that the pieces can slide together. Or if you want to use your foam tape, you can use your foam tape too. Just mine's freeze, yours not. So, but if you can put a little bit of lift on the back so that these can slide together, because you want them to be able to cross over and meet. And you can see I've left a tiny little hole there, teeny tiny hole, just to make sure that it has some space, that if you're not aligned perfectly, that it can meet up. So now I'm looking at this and thinking, well, now I do need to make sure that they kind of align properly. And how am I going to do this? So I'm taking my pieces off. I've got my hole. I'm looking at it. I can eyeball it, but ultimately better than that is if I actually take a piece of Post-it tape or mint tape, which is like from scrapbook.com. If I take a piece of kind of temporary tape, especially something that has some color to it, I can slide it across here and make sure that I hit that middle and get it in a good kind of halfway slice here. And then I can use those pieces to line this up along that line, and then it's gonna sit properly. And that did the job. So I will take off my wall safe tape, and we're gonna test drive this. and voila, there you go. So this is how it slides apart and how it slides back together. And of course, like everything paper that has mechanics to it, the more you work it, the better it's gonna be. I have these gorgeous little pieces that are dried now, and I'm gonna stick them on. I had so many ideas for these squares. Oh my goodness, you can make such amazing things with them, and the triangles too. I was so excited. If you had a gunmetal gray and you put it on some nice warm tone red paper, it would look just gorgeous. Or if you wanted to cut some copper squares and put them on some like bright orange paper. Now this set has these cute little butterflies in the corners, which are great for like just doing out the corners of your card. So many ideas for this set, and the pieces are all so useful. Oh, they're just amazing. So I put the butterflies on just to make it match up, but then I also die cut out the extra little pieces that come with it, because she does have two different little kind of triangles, or three different little triangles, one being the leaf one, and then this one, which is a modeled cut, so you can put something on the front of it. So I'm just going to add those so that I can flip-flop the different ways that I'm presenting this card, and you can see all of the little pieces at work at once. And that gives you an idea of all the possibilities of what's available. Of course, it looks great with the little butterflies, but yeah. So I love this stamp set. The nice thing is the sentiments are a little bit bigger than any of the other multi-sentiment stamp sets that are out there. Both sizes are useful, and I just wanted to give you a quick comparison. I've got the honeybee one and then the Scrappy Tails one, and it's worth it to have both sizes. But the top one is the Scrappy Tails birthday, and the bottom one is the honeybee birthday. So you can see the difference. Sometimes it's a little more legible for older eyes, or it just is the right size for your card. But I like to interchange those words with the scripty words from the honeybee stamp set. They look totally cool together, and it just gives it a different look. And I'm going to take the happy birthday one. Of course, I'm on a tear for making happy birthday cards lately, but you could put I miss you, I love you, get well soon, whatever you want on this card. Congratulations. Whatever floats your boat, or you could leave it sentimentless. You could leave it just like this, but I'm going to add a few more details to it. Now, I have one of these really kind of weird stamp presses. I don't have a Misty. I'm still saving up for one, although I'm having a hard time kind of justifying spending the money, because as you know, I'm a die cutter, not a stamper, but would love to save up and have a Misty at some point in time, but it's not going to be anytime soon. I'll be using these nifty little things that I have, but a great trick is to use a ruler to line up your stamps to make sure that they're nice and straight. And then the other thing too is if you have some of this Post-it tape kicking around, don't be afraid to just throw that on your project and double check the stamp, because it's not going to smear. It'll actually dry onto the tape. It'll give you an opportunity to see what it looks like before you actually stamp it in place. I am using VersaFine, Versamark. Anyways, that Onyx black ink, you can see that's lined up just gorgeously. I love it. So I'm going to re-ink it, and then we can tap that back into place. I don't mind this stamp platform either. I could change it in a million different ways to make it so much better than it actually is. I actually have a design of my own stamp platform that would give you guys so many tricks. You guys would just, you'd all have heart attacks. You'd be like, Sharon, why do you have this and not have it shared? But I don't want to get sued by making it. And I know that there's a patent on the Misty, and I don't know if her patent is on hinges, because let's face it, hinges were around long before Misty's. But mine does have a type of hinge, but it just does so many other crazy things that you would just, yeah. So I don't need a lawsuit right now. I don't have enough energy for it. So I will just keep my design to myself until something comes up. So here's a cool thing though, with these homemade sticky strips that I make, and the video is coming out for those also. We're going to get those Xyrons back out of your cupboards and start using them. But when you put this down, you can actually take your X-Acto knife and cut these, and it highlights the sentiment. And you can do this on any kind of card, not even this style of card. Anytime you have a sentiment and you want to kind of bring the attention to it, you can take a thin strip of metal or color, whatever you like, and just cut out the line on either side of the sentiment, and it brings the eye right to it. So you can see here, those lines are going to line up perfectly because we are actually snipping them apart. And then we are going to corner cut these. And I'm going to show you another trick too, that if you don't have an X-Acto knife or your X-Acto knife blade isn't sharp, that you will have an opportunity to do these gorgeous little corner cuts, and it gives you a very high-end finish for your card, and I love it. So I just got to pop up the release paper off the back of this, and once we get these all in place, then I can show you exactly how to do this. Now, it's kind of naughty too, because I know that there's peeling strips out there that other companies have done, and we can home make these strips. I'm debating whether to start another channel that actually shows you all of the naughty things that I might fall out of favor with the manufacturers if I'm to show you. So you can see that blade that I just ran it from the inside corner to the outside corner, tiny bit of pressure and a wiggle wiggle. And then I can flip those little bits off, and then those corners are going to be mitered perfectly. It's gonna look like a machine did it, like a robot, a mitering corner robot, when all along it was just you and your crafty awesomeness. So I have here, this is just one of those little mini carpet knives or utility knives. If you hold the blade more parallel to the surface of your project, you can do exactly the same thing. These little blades I find are frequently a lot sharper and a lot longer lasting than an X-Acto blade. And this one's from the dollar store. So you have that opportunity too. If you don't have an X-Acto knife, get one of these little guys. You know, next time you're at Home Depot picking up screws for your husband, you can always throw it in the cart and transport it to your craft room instead of to his workshop area. But anyways, what I was saying about the strips is we may just go the route of having a separate channel where I can show you guys all of the craziness that allows you to really use your craft supplies and doesn't offend any of the manufacturers, because I won't be asking them to support me on this channel or on an extra channel, but we'll see. If you do want to support me though and shop at Scrappy Tales, I will link all of these gorgeous products to Scrappy Tales. Of course, Sabrina doesn't care. She's willing to let me do absolutely anything. She's awesome. I love her. But don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye. Here's some more videos you actually might like to see, and I know in future videos I can link my other channel to the end here, so just keep watching. I'll let you know. Bye.